Hey guys, welcome to the Brick Box and a Lego Legends of Chima review. This is She Battles set 70113, ages 6 to 12. This is a starter set for the Speedorz. You get 2 Speedorz in this and you get 2 minifigures as well, and an array of pieces to play the game. Now this does come with 92 pieces, and in the UK it will cost you £14.99 to buy. And in the United States it will cost you $19.99 to go out and purchase this. Now here is the front of your packaging. You get the cards inside, the Speedorz, and also the pieces box nicely on display. And there is the rear of your box as well, and it does say 3 games in 1, so you can actually use this to play 3 games. But let's open this up and see exactly what we get inside. So here is your first minifigure, and it is the awesome Longtooth. Looking really cool with all those scars, one by the eye, great detail to the headpiece, those scars to the chest as well. Makes this guy look like a mean adversary. And then we get all that detail to the rear. And there we have that face print with the scar going down the left eye. And again we have a second face print with that awesome looking scar. And here we have a Wakz, absolutely stunning figure, really nice detail to the front of the figure, and the headpiece again really nicely detailed. I love these wolf style headpieces. As we go around to the rear, you can see we have that detail to the rear of the torso, and there is one face print on the head and your second face print. Okay, so here's exactly what we get inside. We get the one instruction manual, then we get the game cards as well. We get Wakz's game cards, and these do have some really cool artwork on them. And then we get Longtooth's game cards as well, and again we have some awesome pictures on these, and of course all the stats as well. And then we get 4 weapons. We get this lance weapon, we get a silver spear, and then we get this weapon, and then we get this one with a translucent red and tooth piece inserted into it. We get these bollards. Now you can use these in one game like Skittles, and the aim is to knock them all over. We get 1 orb as well, and then we get 2 ramps, and we get the ripcords for your speeders, and we get 12 she crystals as well. And then we get this one section which you have to try and knock over, and you get this disc piece at the top, and that is the piece you have to try and knock off. And the orb goes underneath there, and once you knock that over, the orb will come flying out. And here are your speeders, and this is Wakz's speeder. It looks really cool. All this is printed, and Lego have done a fine job of printing these. You get the die cast wheel with the rubber blue tread on it to keep it stable when it is in motion. We get this piece at the back which is your weapon, which is a chainsaw style piece. You can actually move that to where you want it to. And we get the minifigure just inserted inside there, and here is Longtooth's Speedor, and this again is very nicely detailed all the way around, all print detail around that. And we have these 2 teeth pieces just sticking up, and your minifigure sits in there nicely indeed. So let's try a little game out with this. So here is one game setup. We have the ramp, and then we have the tower with the dish, and we have an orb underneath there. So we're going to try and knock the tower over, releasing the orb and destroying the dish on the top. Now with these you put the ripcord inside and you pull, and the wheel will spin. But what you have to do if you're playing with a friend, you shout 1, 2, chi, and then you both go at the same time, and it's the first one to knock it over. So we go 1, 2, chi, and put it down, and that's very well displayed there. That went very well to say it was the first go, so that is what you have to do. And once you've knocked that down, you, if you are the person to knock it down, gets to pick a card from your pile and then name which power you want to use. So if you pulled this card, we will go with this one, which is 50. And then if your other player pulled the card, and they also had 50. That would be a draw, but you see at the bottom we have these Chima crystals. This one has 30, this one has 20. Now if you want to upgrade your power points with these extra 30 points, you use one of your Chi crystals if you have any, and you put that back into the pot, and then that would plus 30 onto your 50, which would make it 80 points. So then if the other player did the same, that would make it 70 points, so that card would win. Now another game you can play is to spin this dish piece. So you go from either end if there are two of you playing, and then you go 1, 2, Chi, spin your wheel, and it's the first one to actually hit the dish, make it spin. That person will get to choose their card. So you go 1, 2, Chi, put this down, and then hit the dish. And the first person to hit that dish, like I say, will have the opportunity to draw their card and call their points first. And the third game you can play is a Skittle style game. You get all these cones here, or bollards, and you obviously rip your Speedor and you try and knock them all over. So 1, 2, Chi, and then we knocked 3 over. So I suppose if you are playing with 2 people, the person who knocks the most over will get to draw their card and call their points. So let's finish up with a rating for this set. Let's start with the younger collectors. This will get a very good 9 out of 10 for obvious reasons. You will have lots of fun with this. There is lots of playability involved with this set. It will keep you entertained for quite some time, and you also get those awesome minifigures. Onto the teenage collector, I will give this a 7 out of 10. Younger teenagers will appreciate the playability of this set. The older teenagers will appreciate the minifigures. Onto the adult collectors, I will give this a 5 out of 10. The minifigures being the main part of this set, most adults will want to acquire for their minifigure collection, but I'm sure there are still some adults out there who would love to give this a go for the playability factor, even if it is behind closed doors. Well, thanks for tuning in to this review. Please stay tuned for more awesome news and reviews, but until the next time, brick on.